So I'm back with my next question of my question-based learning series. So guys, I started this series on 1st of Jan and it is 10th of Jan. So already 10 questions I have covered so far. Today is the 10th question and I try to put questions which are useful, which are used in real-time environment so that whenever you are stuck or if you want to get the answers for such real-time questions, you can follow my YouTube channel, you can follow my videos. So the question for day 10 is, how do you migrate EC2 instance from one region to another region? Now first let us understand why, what is the use case of that, right? See, basically, we migrate the EC2 instance. Let's say you're working with some XYZ organization and they have multiple branches across the geographical area. And they would want you to set up the application in different geographical area to reduce the latency. If you bring the infrastructure, if you bring the application close to the customer, close to the user, you can reduce the latency. So let's say their one office is in Mumbai, in India. So you will opt for Mumbai region to deploy the application. The other one is in North Virginia. You will accordingly opt for that, right? So you will deploy it in North Virginia. Now the thing is that so to reduce the latency, you will have to create copies of your application, or you will have to clone your EC2 instance across the region. So you can, for this scenario also, you will have to migrate your EC2 from one region to another region. You also need to migrate your EC2 for disaster recovery. Okay. So the another use case is cost. As you all know that different region has got different cost involved, because we are working with service model and service cost is always variable, different across the geographical area. So suppose if you let's say you deployed your EC2 instance in a North Virginia region, and let's say your customer would want, and it's some XYZ cost is there, and your customer is looking for a more cost effective instance or more cost effective virtual machine. So you may have to opt for some other region, keeping the cost factor in mind, right? So latency is one factor, cost is another factor, and for redundancy also you will have to do the migration. So there are multiple use cases for EC2 migration across region. Now the thing is that how do you do that? Now there are different methods also to perform this activity of EC2 migration. So I would like to show you one method today. So for that I'll take you to the console and I will show you. So basically I'm going to use the AMI based method, AMI based approach, wherein I will be capturing the AMI of my existing EC2 instance. I'll copy the AMI to a different AMIs. When I capture the AMI of my existing EC2 instance, it is nothing but a golden image. So I'll use that golden image to deploy an EC2 in a different geographical area. For that, I'll have to copy my AMI to a different region, to a destination region, and then I can use that to launch the instance. So we will try to understand what parameters or what configuration will be carry forwarded from source region to destination region. Okay, let's say the instance configuration, the key pair file, right, instance type, or the IP address, or the network VPC, what all parameters are carry forwarded. Let's understand even that. So I'll take you to console to show a quick demo of that. So as you can see guys, I am there on my EC2 dashboard and one instance is running. Let me show you the configuration of this instance. So if you just check, look at the instance public IP. Let me just get into this and you can see the instance public IP. Let me just capture this 134 is the last octet, and as I scroll down, instance key pair is there by the name Linux key. Okay, fine. So let me just capture the AMI of this. I go with the action image and then I go for create image. My Linux AMI. no reboot, and I'll go for create image. So once the image is created, we are good to copy this image to target region. So currently my instance is in Mumbai region. Now this is my AMI. I have to choose the AMI. I have to go to the target region. Let's say I would want to deploy it in North Virginia. I'll choose North Virginia. Sorry, my bad. Let me just go back to Mumbai. I go for AMI. I select my AMI. I'm just checking if my AMI creation is done completely. Snapshot is still in progress. Okay, nothing to worry. I'll just go with AMI, select the AMI, click on action, and then I have option copy AMI. I choose copy AMI, and then I choose the target region. Here I'll go for, let's say, North Virginia is my target region where I would want to copy. Now, as I scroll down, there are a few options available. Let's say copy tag. Suppose if you have defined some tag here, that also will get copied. Time based copy, these are the new options available. Enable time based copy. So you can specify a completion duration for the snapshot copy operation of the associated snapshots. Now, as I go down, I'm not selecting anything here. I'll just go and copy the AMI to the target region. Once it is done, now I switch to target region, North Virginia, and here my AMI is available. Now, if I want to deploy the instance here, now this is how we are doing EC2 migration from Mumbai region to North Virginia after capturing the AMI of that and copying the AMI to the target region. Now we are good to launch instance. So I choose this option launch instance from AMI. And now when I do that, here these are all the options, same option what we select while we deploy the instance. So we have to provide whatever tag we want. And then as I go down, you can see AMI ID remains same because we are copying from the deploying from the AMI. Username is there. Okay. Now as I go down, see instance type we can change. Second thing, key pair also we need to mention. We can go for the same key or a different key. Okay, same key definitely we can't use because this we are doing it across region. We'll have to create a new key. So key pair is different. Network also what you choose. As you know, VPC is a regional service. So here you will have to choose a different VPC. This the VPC what we had for Mumbai region where the source EC2 was deployed will definitely not be available here. So here you have an option to choose your own VPC. So VPC as the VPC is different, subnet is different, and the IP address, public IP, private IP, everything will be different. So hope you understood the entire configuration is going to change. Okay. Except that your AMI ID remains same and the tag if you have copied the tag. So that will remain same. And the user, if you have created any user accounts in the EC2 instance in the operating system of your source image, so that will definitely get carry forwarded. Okay, and then you can just provide all this information and deploy the instance. So this is how you migrate your EC2 from one region to another region. And you need to ensure, you need to understand what all configuration. So basically, when we are capturing the AMI of our EC2, whatever data you have, whatever customization you have done on the operating system, those things will be captured. Suppose I created few users on the operating system, I created few files, few directories, I deployed certain application. Okay, so all that will be captured in my golden image. But what is there on instance level, the configuration of the instance definitely will not be there captured in your golden image. Okay, so that will is going to be different when you deploy that in the migrate that in the target region. I hope i hope you found this information useful. So if you are looking for real time questions, similar kind of questions, please subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned until my next question and keep learning.